It's Bishop. I saw his missed call.
That.
It must be someone important.
No,
okay,
Bishop.
this is
That.
this is ZLP.
Yes.
Yeah, we spoke with that last time. You are the ZLP.
YPP.
YPP. Why is Bishop?
He's not around, sir.
Okay. Youth Party. Thank you very much. Thank you, Commissioners. Please be seated.
Sharing insights that will better position the election. Thank you very much. Once again, I welcome you all to this all-important gathering. I will start by introducing the Honorable Chairman and Chair, Tenders Board, Mr. Ken Okeagwiti, his professor, stand round of applause for of the Honorable Chairman, Committee, Mr. Sam, in charge of board. A round of applause for him, please. To the Commission, she is Mrs. Rose, of the Director General of the Electoral Institute. He is Dr.
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to our first regular quarterly consultative meeting for the year 2025. It is therefore appropriate to start by wishing you all a blissful new year. You may recall that last year began and ended with a number of elections. Overall, the Commission conducted 51 rerun elections, by-elections, and off-cycle elections in 2024. In February last year, the Commission conducted rerun elections in 39 constituencies, combined with by-elections arising from vacancies in the National and State Assemblies. We also conducted 2 governorship elections, the last one held in November in Ondo State. Furthermore, we had several electoral activities, including the continuous voter registration ahead of the Edo and Ondo State governorship elections, the publication of our 2023 General Election Report, and the release of the review report containing 142 recommendations arising from our in-house and external engagements with stakeholders. Similarly, we sustained our engagements with stakeholders. During the year, we had a total of 16 regular consultative meetings with political parties, civil society organizations, the media, and security agencies, in addition to extraordinary meetings as the need arose. Sadly, in 2024, our state office in Benin City was flooded, but we were able to recover ahead of the election. Elsewhere, 2 of our local government offices were attacked in incidents unrelated to elections or electoral activities. In the headquarters of Ukum, local government area of Benue State, the place is known as Sankara. Our office, along with other public buildings and private institutions in the area, was attacked during a local protest against insecurity. In Oa Oibu, the headquarters of Ika Northeast, local government area of Delta State, our office was destroyed in a fire incident. The Commission is glad that our staff were safe in the 2 locations. However, many electoral assets were lost and the buildings substantially damaged. In terms of elections and electoral activities, the year 2025 is going to be as busy, if not busier, than the year 2024. You may recall that at our last regular consultative meeting held on the 17th of October last year, the Commission released the timetable and schedule of activities for the ANAMBRA State governorship election, holding on Saturday, the 8th of November 2025. Already the notice for the election has been published over 2 months ago as provided in the timetable. The next activity is the conduct of primaries by political parties. May I remind leaders of political parties that primaries for the nomination of candidates for the Anambra State governorship election begins in the next 2 months. That is from the 20th of March to the 14th of April 2025. You may similarly recall that at our last regular meeting, we agreed that you will forward your schedule of activities for the election to the Commission to enable us work together and plan better for the deployment of personnel and resources for the monitoring of your party primaries and campaign activities in order to avoid the last-minute rush with the attendant inability to meet deadlines and unnecessarily dissipating our energy and lean resources. So far, only a few parties are in compliance. I urge those that have not done so to submit the details by the end of this week. Even as we prepare for the Anambra State governorship election, we are always mindful of our responsibilities for other elections and electoral activities. For instance, Section 28, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022 requires the Commission to issue the notice for elections not later than 360 days before the date of the election. This applies to the general as well as off-cycle elections. As we are aware, the Commission is responsible for the area council election in the Federal Capital Territory, the only part of the country where INEC conducts local government elections, and the only part of the country where there has never been a caretaker committee, where there has been regularity of elections, where there has been certainty of tenure, and where no one political party has ever won all the seats in the area council in the FCT. INEC conducts the elections in the Federal Capital Territory for the area councils. The last area council election in the FCT was held on 12th February 2022. By the effluxion of time, the tenure of the current chairman and councillors ends next year. Consequently, the Commission has approved that the 2026 area council election in the FCT will hold on Saturday, 21st February 2026. Voting will take place in all the designated polling units across the 68 constituencies to elect 6 area council chairmen and 62 councillors. In compliance with the mandatory legal requirements, the notice for the election in the FCT will be published next month. That is on the 26th of February 2025. Primaries will be held from 9th to 30th June 2025. The candidate nomination portal will open from 9 a.m. on 21st July to 6 p.m. on 11th August 2025. The final list of candidates will be published on 22nd September 2025. Campaign in public by political parties will commence on 24th September 2025 and end at midnight of Thursday, 19th February 2026. The detailed timetable and schedule of activities for the election, as well as the list of constituencies and type of elections in the FCT, will be uploaded to our website before the end of this meeting. Hard copies of the 2 documents have been included in your folders for this meeting. For your guidance, we are also including hard copies of the Regulation and Guidelines for Political Parties 2022 in your folders, while the soft copy is already available from our website. In due course, the Commission will come up with plans for other routine activities, such as the continuous voter registration and the conduct of outstanding by-elections. Over the last 1.5 years, since the inauguration of the current National and State Assemblies in June 2023, vacancies have occurred in 23 constituencies as a result of death of serving members or their voluntary resignation for executive positions at federal, state, and even local government levels as ministers, commissioners, chairman of a local government, and even board members. While the commission has conducted 9 by-elections early last year, 14 vacancies have occurred since then. They are unpredictable, unbudgeted, and difficult to plan in advance. Worse, some of the by-elections lead to more by-elections. There were situations where a by-election in one senatorial district was won by a serving member of the House of Representatives from the same district, thereby creating another vacancy. In turn, a member of the State Assembly won the by-election to the House of Representatives, thereby creating a vacancy in the State Assembly. Consequently, one by-election led to 3 by-elections. Not only are these by-elections costly, they also divert the Commission's attention from its other extensive electoral responsibilities. Over the last 9 years, since 2016, the present Commission has been advocating for a more cost-effective alternative of filling vacancies, as in the case of many other jurisdictions around the world. We have similarly been appealing to stakeholders, including political parties, to join the advocacy for the National Assembly to amend the law accordingly. Just 3 weeks ago, we canvassed this position once again during the defense of our 2025 budget before the Joint Committee of the Senate and House of Representatives at the National Assembly. We are glad that more Nigerians are now joining the advocacy. We hope that working together will continue to reform and improve our electoral process. I want on this note to thank the leaders of political parties. Before we conducted the first set of by-elections in February last year, there were 2 vacancies in the Senate and 4 or 5 vacancies in the House of Representatives. I recall that we appealed to you as leaders of political parties to nominate fresh candidates for these by-elections instead of serving members, so that we don't have to conduct several by-elections. And I'm very happy to say that all the political parties responded positively. I want to thank you, and I wish that we'll continue in this cooperative spirit